So I know we touched on this a little bit while you said you don't know how the arc is going to end at this
Yep.
point. Yeah, but let's say just to round this out, what would you like to see in the next arc?
In the next arc,
Just what either what would you like to see? What do you
yeah,
hope to see? What makes sense? You
yeah,
know, all of
I
that.
okay. So I would say no matter how this arc ends, I think they do need to at least the next arc should take place after the superhero movie. I think it's time that we get to Oob. We are so close. It's like so close. And I understand Dragon Ball's a little bit different because let's be honest, death doesn't really matter as much in Dragon Ball than other series. But still, it would help to add a little bit of, let's say flavor, just for them to get past that point. Because it's just too obvious that everybody survives no matter what. Even if that continues after, Oob, still, it would be interesting because we don't know what happens. But GT's not canon to the DBS DBZ timeline. That's a whole separate thing. So what I would do after this arc, I would, how when the Broly movie came out in the manga, they mentioned it for like 2 pages, then they moved on to the Moral Saga. I would do the same thing. No matter what happens here, I would say, what happened next is, Gohan and Piccolo. They had a battle with, androids and whatever, and then that's a story for another day. And then we go to after the superhero movie. And I think what they should do next is they should do I would spend a chapter on this max. Retell the end of the story. Like one chapter. I'm not talking about multiple chapters. We know the end of Z for the most part. We know what happens with Oob. We know the tournament. There is some things they have to fix. Right, like Bulma saying she hasn't seen Goku in years. Like we know that's not true now because of DBS. Fix those things so it looks more accurate, and then we move on to whatever. What I want them to do, honestly, is I want them to do a Goku and Vegeta disciple arc. I will, Goku with the Power Master UI, Vegeta if he ever masters UE, right? I want them to, train Broly. I want them to train Oob. And do kind of like a master, like Goku and Vegeta can still kind of be the focus, but you're also building up the next generation. You can get Goten, you can get Trunks involved, right? You can get Pan involved, since we're already going to see a little bit of that in the superhero movie. You can continue that if you want. You can have Gohan involved, but have Goku and Vegeta become more like disciples. Even though we know they're always going to be, 1A and 1B. We know that they're the strongest. But just having more of a focus on those other characters like Oob and knowing, building up the next generation of fighters, I think would be really cool, So I would like to see something like that. Go to the end of Z right after this arc, mention the superhero movie quickly, and then, do like a Goku and Vegeta disciple mentor arc with, some of these other characters. Will they do it? I don't know, but that's just something I would personally like to see.